Good Wednesday morning. We are live. Finally. Way late tonight, but it's alright. The fun's just beginning. Not too cold tonight. Almost perfect weather, honestly. Not sure if my chat is fixed or not. I had some issues on Monday morning, but I'll have to turn on that overlay here in a minute. How's it going, Do-si-do? Haven't missed anything yet. My chat is working. That's a good sign. So never mind, I don't have to turn my overlay on. Sweet. Nothing yet. We're just getting started tonight. We are headed to... It came out as a shooting on fire, but I don't think it's going to be a shooting because they canceled the fire department. So we're going to go check it out anyway. We're about less than 10 minutes out. But so far, nothing. There's been a couple like crashes and stuff, but they didn't sound very serious. So the night's just getting started.
April 14th.
But hopefully we'll have some action tonight. We ended, Sunday night, Monday morning. A great story. The guys opening the fire hydrants. I need to re-upload that video. I only put it out on TikTok because I was kind of waiting on more information. I think I'm going to delete that TikTok and re-upload it with a track on it because I got some information finally on it, some better information and the guys' mug shots and stuff. So I want to do a better video on that. That was a good story. If you missed it, Sunday night there were people, Saturday night and Sunday night, there were two individuals going around opening up fire hydrants on the south side of Oklahoma City. And right as I was getting ready to get right as I was getting ready to go home, Monday morning, they took both of them into custody. So it was pretty cool to get to see them do that. The cops thought it was pretty cool to see me show up for that story. So I had a good time with it. It was nice to get some news that ended with nobody hurt. So that was good. I'll have to get caught up on the chat here in a few minutes when we get pulled over to our destination. We're about 5 minutes away right now. It's up here on the north side of Oklahoma City, so we are not very far away. Again, it dropped as a shooting, so we're gonna go check it out. It doesn't sound like anybody was hit, so it might just be like a shots fired call or something like that. But you never know. Especially up here on the north side, you never know.
Northwest 125th Street westbound. Time out. 103.
How's it going, Roni? Good to see you in the chat. And Christy. Good to see you guys. Like I said, we're just getting started. The night is young.
Hey, sir. It's going to be a single car wall, no property damage, no accident work, single shot. Close there, go 105 hours.
Coming up on our exit right now, so we will be there in like 4 minutes. Again, we're headed to a possible shooting. Or we know it's not a shooting with hits, but it could be. Like I said, you just never know with stuff here on the north side. It could be anything. I typically will I try to go to shots fired without hits when it's not super busy. But we saw what happened Saturday night when I tried to go to one. We had something else drop. And we had to divert to the security guard shooting. If you're new here, this is 405 Live News. We are live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We chase the scanners and listen for breaking news in Oklahoma, and then we go to the breaking news and cover it. I've been a news photographer for about 10 years. I was a stringer in Texas, and now I'm a news photographer in Oklahoma City, and I cover breaking news in my free time. You were here last Saturday night for the first time. That's awesome, Rooney. I'm very glad to have you back here again. Hopefully you're enjoying the live streams. What is this guy doing? I think that guy might be drunk. Either that or he's having some mechanical problems. Again, we may have a story, we may not have any story. I'm not sure.
78, this way you gotta go right out here, you can close it out.
We will certainly try to find out, though. Again, sometimes the shots fired calls can be newsworthy, and other times they're not. A lot of the time they're not. There's shots fired calls all the time, but it kind of depends on context. If somebody was robbing somebody and they fired shots at them, even if they didn't hit them, to me that's a good story. Not a good story for the person that got robbed, but you know what I mean. It's newsworthy. It should be covered in my opinion. But you can't always fit all those into a newscast. And there's been no shortage of news lately here in Oklahoma City, so the newscasts are pretty loaded down right now.
We don't see any cars that are.
Oh yeah, Camino. I love being a photographer. That's why I come out on my own. I come out on my own because I love it so much. I can't get enough of it. Like I said, I've been doing this for nearly 10 years. It's a fun job. It's something new every single time you go out. How's it going, Scott? Heard they found that little boy, thank goodness. Yep, they found him on Sunday morning. It was very good news. The Cajun Navy came into town to assist. They brought some drones and special equipment, and people who are very experienced in finding missing people, and certainly the best possible outcome happened, and they were able to find that little boy. So that's really an amazing end to that story. And thankfully, just the things that we've learned over the last few days that happened to that child, man, really just breaks my heart to know that anybody could do that kind of stuff to a child, an innocent, truly innocent child. Just the things that everybody's learned.
It's in on that zone.
They're fighting.
Find that. This is nothing. Apparently, there's not really any story at all to it.
Like 421 dispatch.
Pretty much all the police are leaving, so.
Yeah, I got the outlet much receiving Kelly.
Pretty much all of them are leaving, so. I'm not gonna bother them if they're not working a shooting here. So we'll just move on. That came from a pretty reputable source. So I am gonna go across the street here real quick, though. I'll get caught up on the chat real quick. Let me get caught up on the chat real quick. Oh, I thought this had an outlet. It does not indeed have an outlet. Oh shoot, it's buffering.
$40 here. We're in the drop.
If it's not buffering too bad and you guys can still hear me, Oklahoma City has terrible cellular infrastructure, so that's why the stream buffers. Y'all can hear me or not, but I was just letting y'all know, for those of you who are new, I mention it pretty regularly, but cellular infrastructure here in Oklahoma City is not the best. So the stream will definitely buffer from time to time. It's out of my control, unfortunately. It's just part of it. I was gonna stop there and catch up on the chat, but it showed that I had no service. I wasn't sending a signal out, so as soon as I find a place where we can stop and I can look at the chat, we'll do that. Which right here actually might be a good spot. Actually, I've never seen this spot before. This is actually a pretty good sitting spot, I think. This is a pretty good sitting spot. It's pretty far north though, so if anything down south happens, we're out of play. Give me a second. Let me go back to the top real quick. How's it going, Misty? Good to see you here. Cat 5, good to see you. Hensley, Roni, Christy, Scott, Brian. Who else is in here? Camino. I think I already said Scott, Camino, Roni, Papa Mike, good to see you as well. Who else is in here? Yeah, good to see all you guys in here. I think I got everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but so good to have you guys back here in the chat again. Happy Wednesday to all you guys. Sick in bed Sunday night. Hopefully you're feeling better tonight, Christy.
Respond to automatic alarm at 1921 Pebble Creek Boulevard.
See me in the Bakersfield streams. That's awesome.
Automatic alarm at 1921 Pebble Creek Boulevard. Now page 12B.
To breathing problems. At 2008.
I don't think I see any questions. There was a train on fire about 8:50. Oh yeah, are you talking about the one that was up off of 36 in Santa Fe? How's it going, Grumpy? Good to see you. Yeah, I know there was a train. There was like a small train engine fire up north. I was at work when that happened though, so I was not able to live stream. But I did hear that go out. They got it out pretty quick. I thought about going to it while I was at work, but it was out by the time I would have got there anyway, so I didn't miss much. Now, if it was like fully evolved train car, you would have seen that on one of the news stations. We've had so much other breaking news. A train fire that's out and not like a hazard or anything like that right now probably wouldn't make air just because there's just so much other stuff going on right now. It's impossible to fit that much stuff in a 30 minute time slot, you know. How's it going, Paulise? Good to see you as well. I'm glad you're able to catch the live stream for a second time live. You guys can always go back if you miss something on a live stream. I try to be good about going back and doing timestamps on my live streams after it's over. Usually the next morning I'll try to do it, but sometimes before I go to bed I'll do it. It just depends on when we hang up for the night. It's been pretty chaotic the last several live streams though. Toward the end of the night, for some reason all of our breaking news happens at the end of the day. Well, that's good to see that you got some medication and hopefully it's helping you to feel a little bit better. There's definitely a lot of sickness going around lately. Everybody seems to be getting sick everywhere. It seems like everybody I've talked to has been sick at least once. Thankfully, I've been able to dodge it, and hopefully that remains the case, knock on wood. Last Tuesday night, didn't end up going out. I had pretty nasty allergies, and then the next day I felt much better, so. Yeah, I don't think it's the flu. I think it's just colds and stuff, especially right now with the weather's been really kind of flip-floppy here in Oklahoma at least. We'll go from 70s one day back down to like, we're going to be in the 50s today after being in the 60s and 70s. Past several days, which has been nice during the day to have it nice and warm, but I'm hoping we get at least one taste of winter this season, because it does suck the winter time being so dead, you know. It is what it is though. kind of hinting at maybe something toward the end of the month, but we'll have to see. It's so long out, you can't really trust what the models say. Anybody who's posting models that say we're going to get snow and stuff like 10 days out, I would not trust them. Like if you're forecasting, like I'm not a professional forecaster, I'm not a meteorologist or anything like that, but I've forecasted weather on my own since I was a kid, and I've learned a few things over the years. And one of the things I've learned is don't share like the scary looking maps with snowfall totals and the scary looking forecast radar like 10 days out. Like you can keep that to yourself as like a signal of things to potentially come and to keep an eye on. Like it can be a signal of something, but it's not necessarily. Most of the time when you see crazy snowfall totals like 10, 20 days out on a model, you'll either end up with zero precipitation or you'll end up with minimal. And we've been so warm lately too that our ground temperature is just much too warm to really have any impactful, at least on the surfaces, to have any kind of impactful precipitation. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I've learned a few things over the years. Hopefully we'll get at least one story though. We're out and we are ready. We are out and we are ready. So if anything happens, we'll go. Our Thunder actually finally beat the Spurs for the first time this season, by the way, tonight. So it's a good night. Here in Oklahoma City. So that's hopefully a sign of things to come. Hopefully the losing streaks are done and we'll be able to continue to maintain first place in the conference, and then hopefully if we have to face off against the Spurs in the playoffs, that means we'll be able to beat them. But luckily, most of the Thunder starters are all back to healthy and back. I think the last few times that we faced off against the Spurs, we had a few people that were on
westbound from Country Club Road. The one taking on Margaret County advised deputy developed deputies on scene at 10:26. The vehicle struck something and the driver front tire has been
I think we had a few people that were injured, though, that were out on the injury list the last few times we faced off against the Spurs. So hopefully our wins will keep on coming, because it would be pretty cool to have another parade. The one we had last year was pretty cool. I was blessed to have an opportunity to get to play a role, not in the actual thing, but I got to do some pretty cool stuff behind the scenes on the TV side with the Thunder Parade. So I would love to have another opportunity to get to do that again, because I've done 2 championship parades in my career. One for the Texas Rangers when they won the World Series a couple years ago, and then the Thunder last year. So that was a cool opportunity that would definitely be cool to have another opportunity to do.
bring down the road. Canadian County advised the vehicle is on the outside shoulder and deputy confirmed signal 88.
Alright, let me go back again. And check catch up on the chat. A lot of crud going around right now. Yep.
Squad 24. Respond to pregnancy or childbirth at 4400 Highline Boulevard eastbound.
Weather here in North Texas is the same. Yep. Yeah, allergies have been bad, man. It's not fun. Might have been pretty bad too with the flip-flopping of all the weather. Kind of screws with me. It's gonna be hot. Yep. If we don't have it, yep. If we don't have a cold winter, it'll be hot this summer. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
One of his passengers threw alcohol all over him. It's going to be a 57-year-old white female, blonde hair, black jacket, green white camo sweat.
Sounds like the flu, man.
Sorry.
How's it going, Tim? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I'm glad you're starting to feel better.
One lady said she got out, stared at him for like 3 minutes, and then threw alcohol all over him.
Yeah, I know, it sucks getting sick, especially when you got things to do, man. Thunder are definitely elite, Shane. They're definitely an elite team. They're definitely unbeatable. They've had a fantastic season so far. You can't, even though they've had a few losing streaks, you know, even though they've had a few losing streaks, they've been really solid. They've been pretty solid, so you can't really hate even the lows of the season. What lows we've had this year, you can't hate them. You know what I mean? They've been pretty damn good. I don't do anything for the Thunder. I just got to do some stuff. I just got to do some stuff on the broadcast. Not the Thunder organization broadcast.
1014 1 mile to the process center.
We did some stuff at work, so I got to play a big role in that. We did some stuff during the parade, rather. I can't believe how many cars still have the Christmas lights on them. But I don't work for the Thunder or anything. I work for a TV station here in Oklahoma City. Typically don't typically say which station. Just because I try to keep it separate from this. Ah, you're asking out hunting what she did for the rodeo. That's cool. I got you now. I mean, it's not hard to figure out which station.
54
And since I'm on call this weekend, there's a possibility that y'all will end up finding out anyway.
Female from Kansas, Missouri. Yeah, time off are going to be wanted.
We got an answer to the door. She walked to the bottom and we're going to phone call with the secretary units tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There was a that's pretty cool. You got to meet SGA. He's pretty nice. He's pretty nice. I met him a few times covering the games, doing interviews and stuff. He's really nice. He's a pretty humble guy. But I was saying the cars, that's what I was talking about. They still had their Christmas lights on the car. I've seen several cars the last few days. It still had them on. I don't know how many times those people get pulled over, though. I would imagine some of them get pulled over a few times. I would imagine some of them get pulled over a few times during the season. Because I don't think you're supposed... I think there's laws against having Christmas lights on a car in Oklahoma. just because it kind of like makes it hard for you to see when you have glare from LEDs. So most of those cars are using LEDs too for those lights. I think some states allow it, Grumpy, but I don't think Oklahoma is one of the ones that allows it. Like, I think there was
Respond to a known incident type at 3201 South Ross Avenue. Timeout.
I think there was a thing that the cops put out. Like, I think the Highway Patrol put something out at the beginning of the year, or beginning of, like, Christmas, like, right after Thanksgiving, about not putting lights on your car or not having certain colors. Like, for sure you can't, yeah, they're a distraction to other drivers, yeah. For sure you can't have red and blue on it, because that's illegal. Oh yeah, the LED headlights are the worst. I'm a lot of the time when I'm driving down like a dark road, at night, like, they blind me. Yeah, nothing red and blue for sure. I don't even know if you can run green technically. I don't think you can in Texas, because green is, I believe, like security or something.
I'm going to take a guess. It's over around like Central and 23rd. Engine 5 to dispatch. Right, Engine 5.
Male and female yelling at each other. Has been going on 11.
Engine 5 to dispatch. Do you have any further information on this?
The male party has possession of his wallet, but he claims that the crystallized substance was not his and surrendered it
Yeah,
to them.
I've definitely seen them in Texas. People definitely did it when I lived there.
Just whenever you have a moment.
Engine 5, just what we have in the notes, Capitol Security.
Yep, LED lights definitely blind everybody, man. They
Capitol, northwest of the Ag office, there's a transient campfire going over there. That's what we have. Check your 60 to 80 years over here. What number are on?
there's a, yeah, those things
220.
kill me and give me a headache every time. Can't drive at night anymore, can't see. For a while I thought it had, what's it called, where you have like the streaking. I think it's astigmatism, right? I thought I had that for a while, because I had like smudges in my eyes and I had to wear glasses and stuff. But seems like my eyes change like once a year and I have to go back to the eye doctor. When was the last time a chase popped off while streaming? Well, we have one Saturday night, but they ended it pretty quick. Or wait, Friday night, Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. That was when, I don't know if you were here for that stream or not, Scott, but there was a car that drove through the front doors of a 7-Eleven and took off, and while I was there, there was a pursuit that dropped. There was like a person like fired shots at, or two guys in like a, oh, what are they called? A Mercury, I can't think what they're called. It's kind of like the Crown Vic. Like one of those, like the Mercury that's the Crown Vic style car. Mercury, whatever. And they took off from the cops, and the cops tried to TBI him, and he started ramming the car, patrol car. But we got there just as they were taking him into custody, so unfortunately we didn't get the pursuit in progress. But hoping to get one on the live stream. I've had several passing shots in my career. Just, yeah, Grand Marquis, that's what it is. Grand Marquis. Those things are total pursuit mobiles. I've seen one of those get redlined when I worked in Austin, there was a guy that got into a domestic and ran from the cops. No, not a Mercury Sable, it's a Gray Marquis. There was a guy that got into a domestic with his girlfriend or his wife or something, and then he took off from the cops when they showed up in the car, and then he crashed out into a ditch, and he was revving the thing up for about an hour and a half while the cops were in a standoff with him, and then he ended up catching the thing on fire. I need to find that video and upload it. It was like an archive. I need to go back and upload a lot of my old video that I shot when I was a stringer. Yeah, you got to be careful doing that, hunting. Driving around those back roads at night with the lights off. I know people that do that stuff, but man, the deer will walk right out in front of you. Headlights sometimes help to give the deer a little bit of warning. If you're out in the sticks, I don't know if you're in the city or in the sticks, but if you're in the sticks, you gotta watch out for deer.
Engine 21 dispatch. What's the address?
Even though in like the outskirts of Oklahoma City, like I've seen deer at night, like off of like on the northwest side, like off 122nd and MacArthur. I used to see deer all the time at night. Like drive into stories and stuff over there. I used to see deer all the freaking time, and they'd try and like walk out in front of my car.
I'll find back in. Engine 21 dispatch.
Mercury Bobcat, that's not something. Only raccoons and you have deer whistles? Well, that's good. Yeah, deer, the raccoons, man, I haven't seen a lot of armadillo here. I definitely see raccoons all the time. Some of the raccoons are pretty damn big though. If you hit one of the raccoons, it'll destroy a car. But the armadillo, we had a lot of those in Texas.
Engine 2, respond to attempted
Those will rip the, I've seen the armadillo rip the bumper off of a car too.
138.
Oh, gotcha. Only going under 10. Well, you at least got time to stop then, if something runs out in front of you.
Respond to a known incident type at 3201 North South Avenue. Time out. 138.
City Adam 925. Harwood records and advised. Clear.
Yeah, sometimes those whistles work and sometimes they don't. As much as I end up having to drive into like the sticks here for stories and stuff, I probably should get some. So, I mean, if there's a good story like up north out near Guthrie, we'll go up to there because it's only like 20 or 30 minutes and there's deer all over the place on I-35.
Clear.
Armadillos like digging your pasture up. Yeah. Armadillos and moles. I've been seeing a lot of moles lately.
Ending.
Forgot where I was. I was just somewhere today and I saw a bunch of molehills.
802.
Or maybe it was last night. I was at a fire last night at work on the northwest side, and there was like a ton of molehills. And when I was at that fire, a fight broke out. A bunch of family members came over and got into a fist fight in front of me. It's pretty wild scene. Cops took him to jail, or didn't take him to jail. They took him to the ground, and then nobody wanted to press charges, so the cops released them all. It's definitely one of the wildest fire scenes I've been on in a while.
Could be literally called from that meeting.
Seven in round time.
There's also that fiber bar right here. It looks like an actual on that number comes back to 14 Parker at 988 Southeast.
Never seen armadillo in Kansas. Yeah, like I said, I only really see them in Texas.
Yeah, she's got a female that lives in that new apartment.
Haven't got any moles.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what I think she's saying.
Those things will destroy everything, man. They will tear up gardens and all kinds of stuff. It's pretty crazy, man, how much stuff they'll tear up. I almost thought about going. There was a deal tonight about 40 miles from, or about 40 minutes from here. Right before I started the stream, there was a crash out north of, let's see, like out near Kearney. It was out near Kearney in Lincoln County, like south of Stillwater, where a guy apparently hit some, like a trailer or something hauling some pigs, and there were like little piglets running all over the road. Didn't sound like any of them were hurt, just sounded like the highway patrol had to go help them wrangle them up. It was all the way out off like Highway 105 or whatever is out there. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of squirrel here either. I'll see them every now and then, like in areas that have more trees, but I really don't see them all that much, even there. Squirrels will tear everything up too. I hate squirrels. They love tearing up stuff, man. They're definitely a nuisance. Puts them in a bucket and takes them out and releases them. Well, that's good that they at least get released back into nature. I don't know exactly what I don't know what their purpose is necessarily, but you know, everything in the ecosystem has a purpose, even if they're a nuisance to people. Oh, they're hibernating. Yeah, the molehills I saw last night were in the city too. They were at like 10th and Meridian. Like the front yard of this. Well, it wasn't really. So it was a weird like house. So it was a house fire, but it's connected to a commercial building and is in an area where it's all like zoned commercial. It was a weird kind of house. But like the front yard of this business had a ton of molehills all in it. And I don't think it was anthills, because this time of year you don't really see a lot of anthills. That's more of like a summer thing here. I think the ants hibernate too. Possums and squirrels where you are, Marcia? I see a lot of possums too. Every now and then when I'm sitting at this spot at night, I'll see a possum run across the parking lot. Sometimes I'll see a raccoon around here, but it's pretty rare because there's not like any.
You're clear. This lady said she said he doesn't know his face.
There's not really any 15th and Broadway. There's not really any like dumpsters right here in this area, so there's not really anything for them to eat. So there's not like a lot of not a lot of raccoons. There's not really any like food source, because they definitely like food source like trash and stuff like that. Had a possum in the neighborhood named Cletus till he got hit by a car. I always find it funny when, like, if you go on like those like next door groups and stuff, people like name the wildlife that comes through the neighborhood. Those neighborhood groups are pretty interesting, though. They get into a lot of drama. All the neighborhood Karens like to get on there and complain about everything. But occasionally you'll see something funny. Somebody will like name the neighborhood raccoon or neighborhood stray cat or something like that. Mama squirrel, because she keeps the other squirrels out of the yard. Well, that's good. She keeps them out of the other yard, or out of your yard. Yeah, next door, next door, and what's the ring one too? I think it's the ring one. I think it's Neighbors. People love to get on there, especially Neighbors, because it's like, I don't think you can actually have a real screen name on there, so you're pretty much like, it's more like anonymous, so people are more mouthy on there. People love that. Or the Facebook groups are pretty good too. There's a lot of drama in those. Sister has chickens and roosters. Hate the rooster. The roosters are always the ones that are loud as crap. Yeah, possums are definitely cute animals, but man, they tear a lot of stuff up. They'll destroy a house, especially if you have a house that has like the wood siding. They'll totally tear that stuff up. Yeah, astigmatism. Yep. Yeah, I thought I had that. I was having like streaking in my vision when I was driving at night, but I think it was just a scratched. I think it was just like a scratch on my eye or something. I don't know. Thinking about getting rid of Nextdoor. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I haven't been on Nextdoor in like 2 years, and I try to keep it that way. It's just too much drama. People love to go on there and just complain about everything. As soon as they see something they don't like in the neighborhood, people are just complaining. Yeah, I know they crow. Yeah, no, they definitely don't just crow in the mornings. They crow all day long, all day, and sometimes at night. Yep, I'm streaming on an iPhone, Shane. I'm using an app called Prism Live, and I think that has to do a lot of the quality. Because I've used other apps and stuff, like I've streamed through the YouTube app before, and it just wasn't very good quality. Yeah, like I said, people get on there, Christy, and they just complain about everything. If they see something, they like, you can have people on there that aren't even suspicious, and people get on there and claim they're suspicious. It's pretty annoying. And like I said, a lot of people are definitely keyboard warriors on there because they can hide behind a screen name. Whereas like the Facebook groups, people are a little bit less bold because it's a lot easier for people to know who they are. I think I've heard that about the possums, actually. They eat the termites and ticks. But yeah, they definitely tear up siding of houses and stuff, especially in the winter time. Because they're trying to find a warm place. Especially the mama possums, man. They have to have more warmth. I used to get migraines. I don't really get them as much. I mainly get them when I have allergies. Like if I've been sniffling a bunch, I'll get them.
Lincoln, Ocean, Christian Veronica, Victor, Douglas, Robert, Ocean, Laura, Ida, Charlie, Adam, 1989, 25,
Yeah, usually when I get a headache, man, I'll just go to sleep. Pretty much the day's done. If I get a migraine, the day's done. I'm going to bed. Take a bunch of Advils and go to bed. That's pretty much all I can do. How's it going, AH? Yeah, they can chew out wires and things. Yep, they'll chew all kinds of stuff up. They could also get inside your like engine bay and tear a bunch of stuff up. Rats and mice are the same way too, especially if you live out in the sticks, man. The rats and the mice will get into everything. Like if your car sits for a week, it's probably gonna have some rats and mice in it. Migraine's so bad they make you physically sick. Yeah. Sometimes like my neck will start hurting and go up to my head. It'll make me pretty nauseous. Yeah, mice and rats love to chew on wires. In houses and cars, pretty much everything. Farm equipment, like tractors and stuff. If they've been sitting like between like the harvest season and the planting season and the harvest season, a lot of people come back and their tractors are destroyed if they haven't used them. I don't know what BC powder is.
Kicked off, so people don't run it over. Can you put in a work order for GPS to have them come and fix this?
Headache powder stuff? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
On the north side where the division is between 17 and 18.
We need a good pursuit or something, man. Got it at the dollar store. I don't trust a lot of things from the dollar store, that's for sure. I also don't like trust a lot of the stuff from the 7-Eleven or from like the convenience store. Oh, crushed aspirin.
Dispatch 82, it's a crash detection.
Same ingredients, but man, like some of that stuff is freaking like
Can I get a unit back?
expired. You know, there's a crash about to drop somewhere. Somewhere in Southwest, we're about to get a crash drop. I missed where she said. Here we go.
Engine 8, then rescue ladder 14. Respond to accident
West side.
I'm going through the lines with everything that's being flurried.
What?
156.
I don't know what she said. Somebody else was running their mouth. Hang on. Should be out west.
Engine 8, then rescue ladder 14. Respond to accident with injury at 3098 W Reno Avenue eastbound.
Oh,
Time out.
3000 Reno. I think that's like Meridian and Reno.
Is there a female unit that goes to this half miracle?
Oh no, that's May in Reno. We're about 10 minutes away from that. We're gonna go check that.
It's going to be 13024 for Upper.
You never know, especially right there at Reno in May. There's always people driving kind of crazy. People fly down Reno, man, because it's such a straight road. People just go flying down it. You never know, especially this time of night. Right as the bars are closing.
Engine 24, then rescue ladder 31. Respond to food on stove at 5001 Northwest 10th Street. Time out. 157.
Well, if that turns into something bigger, we'll be kind of close out there. 5,000. That's closer to Meridian, I think. It's like 10th and Meridian, where that food on stove is. So if that turns into a bigger fire, maybe we'll go to that. We're gonna check this crash real quick.
Dispatch, this is ladder 14. We are en route. Our NBC is not taking our status.
We're just a few minutes out. We're like a little over 5 minutes out, so we'll be there here in a minute. Go check it out. They didn't put. Oh, hang on.
Engine 12. Respond to breathing problems.
They haven't put whole blood on it yet, so it's probably nothing too crazy.
159.
But as I always say, you just never know. You might show up and it's the story of the night, story of the year, story of the week. You never know unless you check it out. And not every really good story has somebody injured. But I'm definitely a fan of very visual stories. But this crash is kind of out by the fairgrounds. Down on the, kind of close to the southwest side. So it puts us in an area either way where stuff happens. hoping they'll start giving call notes over the air now that the CADs are messed up. Nothing visible on that food on stove, so it's nothing. I miss the days when the fire department was going something, they would give the call notes over the air.
Ladder 14's clear, thanks.
They returned the ladder, so there's not anybody trapped or anything.
Pretty close.
We're still gonna go check it out anyway.
24-8, as far as already out. Want me to check that out? No, I was just passing. They didn't know how to do what it was. Joe, there's a pretty good set of seals. Like doors and
Sure be nice if this light would change.
I got a call as long back.
That's probably the wrecker going to the scene. He's probably just gonna piggyback the cars.
Say that again, Gary. Ladder 31's clear. I'll return back.
Engine 28. Respond to a known incident type. At 3321 Bob Thomas Drive. Timeout 203.
We're just down the road from this thing, so we'll be here. We'll be on the scene here in a minute. Pretty sure that's already a wrecker coming. They're pretty close to where the wrecker place is that they tend to use on this side of town. No, that's not a wrecker, but the wrecker yard is like right here. Arrow's who they typically use.
Paul David Ocean. No, Paul David 040.
I don't know. They definitely try to encrypt everything. They've been trying to encrypt everything around here for a while. More and more of it comes up every day. Every time a new agency moves over to the city's system, they're encrypted. At least police is. They've pretty much encrypted all law enforcement on the Oklahoma City system. This crash doesn't look like anything. Looks like they hit the curb. I don't think anybody's hurt, anything like that, because fire just left. There's a bunch of police cars and stuff, but I'm not going to stop because it doesn't look like anything super visual or anything.
106 goes.
IMSA's already left, so I'm not seeing anything crazy. Yeah, it looks like they hit the, looks like they hit the curb, so I'm not going to stop on that for somebody just ran over the curb. road where there's nowhere really to park.
Show me on 26.
To get a fire some. It's been so long since we've had a good fire on the live stream. Yeah, I think the front's getting ready to come through here. The winds haven't really picked up yet here near downtown. Have not really picked up yet here. Yeah, probably DUI. Especially this time of night and that close to a bar or several bars, probably DUI.
Voice of service 2705 South Point Drive. There's a dog barking. The house was north side.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on, Grumpy. A lot of the time when there's nothing going on, they'll just show up. Everybody will just show up for like the most random stuff. A bunch of them might be the cops that I saw last night at that fire.
Around, there's a auto alarm going off. You can try to see if we get hold of the key holders.
They were all pretty cool last night at that fire/fight. Yeah, 60 yesterday, and I think it's supposed to be like 51 or something today. It's gonna be a little bit more chilly, and then probably a wind chill with it. And then after tonight, it's supposed to be like lows in the 20s this weekend and later in the week. So it's definitely. So we gotta get some. Definitely hard to get flames here because the fire department is just so fast. The fire department gets to stuff so fast here. They get it all put out really fast. They basically pull up with a line stretched. That's what I always say. It's not necessarily the case, but they're just really fast and have a really aggressive fire attack here.
Engine 2. Respond to diabetic problems. At 13501 North Bryant Avenue. Timeout 212.
Blizzard, Nick. Yeah, should usually we get at least one good winter storm in February, sometimes March, but I fear that I fear that come March, if we don't start getting some rain in here, we're gonna end up with some bad wildfires. Hopefully nothing like we had where we had fires in the metro last March. That was a horrible day. I had to cover the fires that day. Depends on what you consider to be crazy. I've seen quite a bit of things. I mean, I've been doing this 10 years. I've definitely seen a lot of things. Right here, there's that wall. You can kind of see it crack. There's where that car crashed into it on Friday night. And unfortunately, that lady passed away. Wall's still damaged there. They're going to have to come out and fix that barrier. Yeah, we did get some tornadoes just like last week down in Purcell area. It's Oklahoma. We definitely get some crazy weather here. It's never did a horrible job parking that. That's a terrible place for them to park that car. We get some crazy weather. Yep, tornadoes down near Purcell. And I think 6 is the record in January. Here in a few months, it'll be severe weather season. Which I have to work all the major severe weather events here. I have to work those for work, so I probably won't be streaming for those. Unless I get really lucky, then I might be streaming, but odds are probably pretty slim.
262 City.
262.
Show me 1015 signal ICA at 02, 13 hours, and yes, it has the time.
It's been so long since we had any east side action either.
Negative 1015.
Surprised we have not had anything up here on the east side.
02, 13 hours.
From Florida, watch what? No, we don't get hurricanes up here. I mean, if there's a really strong, like, tropical cyclone in the Gulf, there's a possibility if it's moving fast enough over land that it could still be, like, tropical storm or tropical depression, more likely, when it reaches us, but we don't get hurricanes. By the time it hits land, it's already probably lost 2 or 3 categories in strength before when it actually hits land. And then by the time it gets here, it's either going to be tropical depression still or remnants. So we don't get hurricanes. We're what, like 500 miles from the Gulf, and hurricanes don't move fast enough. Closest thing we get to hurricanes here is tornadoes. Yeah, I do remember that one, Aaron. It's very rare. I'm never say never, but it's extremely rare. Yeah, I know. Anytime there's a hurricane like that comes up here, it usually floods. But yeah, we need a good rain, because this is definitely our dry season right now, and it's gonna affect the crop planting season. And you know, this is a state that's very heavy on agriculture. And then if it's not agricultural effects, we're also going to be seeing effects from we're going to be seeing wildfires, because we have a problem with the eastern red cedars here in Oklahoma, and when those things light up, it's like taking a match. It's like striking a match, because those things have like highly combustible oils in them. Yeah, I think I remember watching stuff on TV during Aaron. I was a kid then. Damn, 3-alarm fire at Carter Junior High School in Arlington, Texas right now. That's crazy, a 3-alarm fire. So it sounds like they probably won't be having school tomorrow if they had a 3-alarm fire at their school.
We update my 20 to 4709. Candy County, 1 adult female, 3 miles, 971.
How's it going, Skater Boy? Good to see you, man. Haven't really missed anything so far, man. It's been really calm, quiet. Yeah, thank you, Decibel, for all the red cedars. Yeah, and they're a total nuisance now. They've taken over everything. Pretty sure that's one right in front of us. Like right at our 12 o'clock. But yeah, those things, when those things go up, when they catch fire, like I said, it is just like they're striking a match. And they will take out an entire town. And as I learned, they put off a lot of embers and can burn the crap out of you. Because when I was covering wildfires last year,
262 City.
one went up right in front of me and put off a bunch of embers, and they flew into my car and burned me, like got all over my clothes and burned
Around
me.
to El Reno.
They basically,
Canadian County Jail.
yeah,
30 mileage,
they basically
480.
explode. Like, I had one go up right in front of me too while I was standing underneath it, and it basically exploded. Like, it started popping and stuff, and like went up so hot, like it was like 1,000 degrees. Like, I felt like I singed my eyebrows off. Like, when I say I was standing underneath it, I literally was standing underneath it. Like, I was waiting on the shot. Like, I knew it was going to go up, but I didn't expect it to be that hot. Remember back in the 80s, it rained so much, most of the roads between Texas and Oklahoma were closed because of the flooding. Water was so high. Are you talking about, like, over the river bridges? Like the Red River Bridge? Luckily, I think they're about to build the Red River Bridge a little bit higher on I-35. Because there was a rain event, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, where the water was to the bottom of the bridge on I-35 at the Red River. I'm sorry to hear that, Skater Man, or Skater Boy. Definitely hope you can get that figured out, and hopefully it's not cancer, man. Cancer really does suck. I know I've had people close to me that have had it, and it sucks to watch people battle that, man. If any know what fatwood is, they essentially, that is what they are. The reason they are so bad in fires, yeah. And like I said, they have oils on the pines and stuff, and inside the core of the tree, like inside the actual like stump of the tree, it just lights off. Oh, that really sucks, man. I hope that's not the case for you, man. I'll definitely be saying a prayer for you. And hopefully you can get that figured out, and hopefully it's not anything life-threatening, man. I've had people that are close to me that have had it, and it just sucks to see people battle that. It's a horrible disease, and hopefully one of these days we'll see a cure.
There you go. Change up to traffic arresting.
was that? Oh.
Full Frank Victor 198. Now your second club. Clear hatch.
What, Oreo?
Yeah. Traffic.
Yeah, that was 122.
Where?
Oh, we need something. I want one story tonight. I do not want to go home empty-handed. Yeah, it's definitely slow. My ADHD brain does not like slow nights. Because I'm ready to be on something.
Are you going your 48?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yep. Quiet.
86, this is the address you have on site here, by the way. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to stop calling for you. I'm 2697.
Engine 5. Respond to a known incident type. At 2517 Urban League Court. Timeout. 2:33.
Acknowledge 492.
What's clear? 234 hours.
All right, Grumpy. You have a good night. I appreciate you watching tonight. Definitely had a fun time hanging out in the chat. And you're always welcome back here again. So we will be live again on Friday night, possibly. For sure Friday night, Saturday night, and then maybe another night this week. I'm not exactly sure yet. But Friday night, and Friday night I might be on a little bit earlier, by the way. So we'll see. But have a safe night, Grumpy, and I will see you next time. Right now I'm planning to stay out till about 3:30 to 4, so
5 County.
depending on if we get anything else or not. We'll see. We'll see if we go to 4 or
Can you
not.
show me out with the motorist assist taking this vehicle in the eastbound lane of the turnpike?
Yep, don't forget to hit that like button. That helps. That definitely helps a lot. That's definitely a free way to help support the channel. It helps people find this live stream better and ultimately grow this community. I just need one story tonight and I will be a happy camper.
Check the alarm at the library.
You can get my address to 11201 North Tinsley. Apartment 101. trying to get a hold of the reported footage here.
Major 16.
There's literally a live stream for everything. I just came across a
What's
live
that street
taxi.
name again?
I just came across a live taxi driver in Scotland.
1101 North Pennsylvania.
Somebody's live streaming taxi driving in Glasgow, Scotland. Fuck.
I used 1014 with an email to St. Anthony's on Western. So you move me another 5 minutes. Northwest 15 for Woodward. And then email 985.
What the heck? Have you guys seen like the delivery robot? It's in California that like I just saw one. It's a Coco robot nearly collides with group of LAPD officers. One of those stupid delivery robots like almost ran into some cops standing on the sidewalk. Those things are always flying around. Those things are so dangerous, just like the Waymos. The Waymos are always like driving into fire scenes and stuff now in Los Angeles. So glad we don't have those things here. Those things are just death traps, I think. Yeah. Eventually, I think they're going to end up having to... I think they're going to get sued to the point eventually where they have to cancel those. Yep, I've seen that too. The delivery robots just go straight through crime scene tape and into an active scene. Yep. And like I've seen them where they like destroyed evidence or something or screwed up the scene.
Texas Salt Intrusion, 1391 East Memorial. We have panic alarm at register 2.
Thank you. Check secure. Hey. Clear.
Yeah, like I said, I think eventually they're going to end up... Something bad's going to happen with one of the Waymos, and it's just going to be so bad that they get just totally sued, and they're going to end up having to shut those down. I would probably... I don't see a scenario where I would ever want to ride in one. But I also just don't necessarily see the merit to them either. Because I don't think I'd be able to sleep in one.
Clear and available 243.
Oh yeah, I've seen those drones, they just drop stuff out of the sky for sure. Same thing with like the Walmart drones. I've seen the Walmart drones drop stuff too. Just right on your porch. It's a hard drop too. Luckily I haven't seen those here yet. No, they can only carry 5 pounds. Well, at least they're not carrying, like, if you ordered a desk off Amazon. Could you imagine if it was like carrying a desk, like a 20-pound desk, and it dropped that? Yeah, I didn't know they could only carry 5 pounds either. I don't know if that's like an FAA restriction or if that's just like a drone restriction. Went bouncing down the driveway. God. Yeah, imagine if you were getting like an iPad or something delivered, and then it's dropped that and destroyed your iPad, and then you know dang well that like Amazon would probably try to deny it, even though Amazon's customer service is actually really good. Like if you get something and it's delivered broken, they're pretty good about refunding you and just sending you a new one. Amazon customer service is really responsive. I've had stuff lost and like stuff that wasn't delivered on time, they were refunded delivery fees. I've had things lost and they just refunded it and sent a new one. Or they'll like refund partial if it's something late, like if you have Prime. So they're pretty solid customer service. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer to go to the store and get my own groceries. I don't think I could get groceries delivered. I don't even like ordering them and going and picking them up too much. Like if it's like bread and eggs and stuff like that, I want to pick that stuff on my own. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I'd order electronics through AirDrop. I don't think electronics would make it. Could you imagine too if like the drone dropped it and it landed on your roof and got stuck up there? So it's a 5-pound limit. Can it carry like a broom or something? Like a long object? Or does it have to be like a small box? Yeah, like I would use grocery delivery if I was like sick or something. Or if I was like really busy, but I prefer to just go to the store. I like to pick the things and look around because you never know. Sometimes you'll find a good deal in the store too, something on sale. Ordering the same item 4 times in a row, only wrong color and arrived damaged. It's happened 6 times. Yep. Had that a few times. But they've always been, like, anytime I've had any kind of issues with Amazon, they've always been super responsive. And, like I said, they give, like, a partial refund for the inconvenience or whatever. Like, they typically take care of people, especially if they're paying for Prime.
On the city on 583.
I haven't checked out Brahms fresh veggies meat
Oh,
and
you want
dairy
to
yet.
turn eastbound at the 179 exit. It's going to be a silver Honda Civic versus the guardrail on the exit.
It's on the Turner Turnpike. That's like,
Okay, roadblock.
I think that's all the way out near Tulsa.
Okay.
The 179 is pretty far.
219 County, go ahead. We'll call.
Yeah, I like Aldi's for most of my groceries, and then really Aldi's is pretty much where I go for all my stuff. I wish Kroger delivery wasn't going away.
Clear 96.
'Cause Kroger delivery was actually pretty nice here. I know several people that used it. And it'd certainly be nice if we could get some brick and mortar Krogers here.
Sorry, dear, you feel this 1141 Southwest 32nd, apartment D for David. Where?
I miss having Kroger in Texas and HEBs. HEB grocery stores are awesome.
Do we have any notes or updates on this call yet?
Stand by, I'm gonna figure it out. If I found this check welfare at 4400 River Park Drive, calling for any sanctions to help her, an officer about stuff that's happening. So she's working alone in security and diagnosed with mental health issues.
Yeah, HEB keeps expanding north. I think the closest one to Oklahoma City is in like Louisville or something like that. I don't know that there's one in Denton yet. I'm hoping they'll put one in like Sanger, because there's definitely things. Sherman, they might build an HEB. That's still a little bit far to drive. If they built one in like Gainesville, I might consider driving down to the border and buying not like anything cold or anything, because it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours down, 2 hours or so down there to the border. I'd go down there and buy like bakery items from Kroger. Like things that are like non-perishable, like on a short trip, like the bread and stuff like that.
He's wanting to go to the crisis center. He's not threatening anybody.
And then like I like I really like, I like the, HEB tortillas are definitely worth the
I
drive.
think if you request it, it'll still get sent to me. But if it does,
I really like the, they have little K-cup
Okay, yeah,
pods.
I did. Whenever you get a chance, you just send it over. So
They have K-cup pods of different like teas and stuff that are really good. Like they have a bunch of different flavored teas and stuff, like a raspberry tea and a,
There's no body parts laying around the road.
they have flavored raspberry tea and like a peach tea that's really good. So,
That's not gonna be a good address.
yeah, I got family that lives near HEBs, so. Roni, they're a grocery store chain based out of San Antonio, Texas. For the longest time, you really could only find HEBs in South Texas, like Houston and San Antonio and Austin. And they finally just started, now started expanding them more into like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you've ever been to DFW and you've seen a Central Market is like a subsidiary of HEB. They also have like a couple of HEBs in Mexico too. So like I think Mexico City has some. So maybe it's not too far off that we get one here somewhere in Oklahoma in like the next 20 years. Yeah, they can definitely be expensive. I love how just fast and convenient the K-cups are. Yeah, they used to have them in one and two in Louisiana, New Mexico. I think they shut those down. I don't think they did very well there. But they're definitely they've got like probably over 100 or 200 stores across Central Texas and South Texas. Yeah, it's mostly just a Texas thing. Check out Ollie's for K-cups. All right. I think we got a few Ollie's around the metro here. I know there's one out off of like Expressway, Northwest Expressway. 72 K-Cups for $44 on Amazon. I need to look and see if I can buy the HEB ones online and have them like shipped to me or something.
There's no weapons. They're going to be waiting for you at the front desk.
Because I think they can do like some kind of shipping thing, or maybe Amazon would have K-Cups from HEB or something. I don't know. Or I could just get them from family. Have family buy them and mail them up here. But I basically I got hooked on them when I lived in Texas. When I lived in Central Texas, because they didn't have HEBs really all that much when I grew up in DFW, and now they're expanding up there. And then I moved down to San Antonio and Austin, and I was going to HEB for everything. I don't really care for Buc-ee's all that much,
254.
to be honest. Buc-ee's is like against truck drivers, basically. Like, they don't allow truck drivers to patronize their businesses. So, from what I've heard, I don't know, I can't confirm that, but that's why I don't necessarily like them. If they don't support truck drivers very much. I mean, truck drivers kind of make the world, you know, function. We do have Whataburger here. I'm not crazy on Whataburger. I don't think it's the same after they sold out to that Chicago company. The one on 15th. Amazon HE. Oh, sweet. One box for $14.
Respond to stroke CBA.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see if they have the...
Northwest Expressway eastbound. Time out. 2:55.
I'll have to look and see if I can find the T's on there. Whataburger in South Norman, not impressed. Yeah. I mean, we've got them all over the metro. I just am not crazy about Whataburger, really. Like I said, they used to be way better, like before they sold out to they sold out to like a firm in Chicago. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they won't even let, like, say a trucker's coming, like, and they've never stopped at a Buc-ee's before. Like, they don't allow them to, like, park their truck and go in and buy a t-shirt for their kid or something. Like, I think that's stupid. Or if they just want, like, a clean bathroom, you know. Whataburger is closer to the... Yeah, I think that's true. Whataburger's better the closer you get to Corpus is definitely true. Because they used to be headquartered out of Corpus, but they sold to some company in Chicago. It used to be family owned. Like, I think in the last 10 years is when they sold, and I think it's changed a little bit.
64 and 78, let's do this to Hubbers, onward transfer.
Because before they sold, I used to go there like every day when I was a stringer and get their breakfast taco taquitos or whatever. They were freaking good.
There's some more clear.
That's exactly right. They wouldn't have any product if it wasn't for the truckers.
Here's one at 2253 Ethel Lane, 2253 Ethel Lane will be a 73-year-old female fall with injury.
And that's kind of my issue with it. Like, it's kind of two-sided. They wouldn't allow truckers when their business kind of functions off of truckers. Like, that's the backbone. Yeah, man, I've waited in some long lines at Whataburger. When I lived in Austin, there was one down off of what's the road? I-35 in Old Torf, which is down like just south of downtown, and like especially like 1, 2 in the morning, because 6th Street in Austin, like, that's, if you've never been to Austin, 6th Street's like where all the bars and stuff are. Like, it's busy every night of the week. 6th Street, there's always, the bars are open 7 days a week.
Engine 37. Respond to a known incident.
And so,
at 147.48 Northwest.
So like that
Time out. 2:58.
that Whataburger being, and a lot of people live on the south side of Austin, like down I-35 on the south side. So like a lot of people would stop at that Whataburger at night. Like there would be lines like out to the street wrapped around the building, and it's got one of the longest drive-throughs that I've ever seen at a Whataburger. I think it's one of the busiest Whataburgers in their chain. And like I would wait some nights for like 30 minutes to get Whataburger, but I'd be ready to blow out of the line if I had something. But I really tried to go when it wasn't their peak time. Like I'd try to go about like 9 or 10 or so. Or I would just go to, there's another burger place called P. Terry's in Austin that's really good. They've got amazing fries and good shakes. Yeah, Whataburger is the nickname. Yeah, P. Terry's honestly I think blows it out of the water, but the Whataburger breakfast is pretty good. It's kind of hard to beat the taquitos, but again, it's not like it used to be, and they keep getting rid of a bunch of stuff. Like they'll have the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and I like that, but then they'll take it away it's like stupid. Like they'll put all these good burgers up, like jalapeno jack burger or something is what I got before. Like I think there was one that was like a ghost pepper one that was really good, and they took it away. Like it's stupid. But I guess it's good marketing for them to say, oh, this burger's back.
Nationally with the primary communication.
We just need one story tonight, man. This sucks. It's just so dead. Like the radios don't have anything on them.
I'm 1015 with the email to county Claremont Ridgeway.
How's it going, Tim? Good to see you in here. Hopefully you're having a good night so far. So far we haven't had anything. We've gone and checked out a couple of things. One was a possible shooting earlier, but there was nobody hit, and the cops were clearing it up pretty quick, so we didn't stick around. And then we went and checked out a crash. It was just somebody that hit the curb, basically. I mean, OKC is a quiet city. Every now and then there's a lot of nights where it's busy.
Engine 19. Respond to personal
Especially in the summer. I think
Southwest 38th Street. Time out. 302.
I think once we get into the spring and summer and it's like nicer weather and people are out a lot more, I think it'll be a lot busier. It usually is. Like in the winter months, it's definitely a lot quieter. But in the summer months, especially like Bricktown and like East Side, South Side, West Side, they're all lighting off. Like there's stuff all the time. But in the winter months, it's just... Yeah, Monday's a holiday too, so... Yep, Monday's a holiday, so we'll be out this weekend and probably Sunday night, because I'm actually off on Monday. I'm actually off Monday, so probably gonna be out Sunday night. But it'll be a late live stream because I have to work Sunday night. Drove by Sistertown bombing memorial this morning. Didn't see any protesters. Yeah, protests were pretty much wrapped up this weekend. It seemed like they're definitely not protesting like they are in other cities. I did see, though, that somebody graffitied the state capitol overnight, though. Somebody vandalized it. I saw that on the news today. Which, again, I respect people's freedom of speech, but when you go tearing up public property, that's ridiculous. I don't know where they tagged... I don't know exactly where they tagged it up at. I bet they've got troopers out there tonight. But it's pretty ridiculous. You're going to tag up a historical building. Like, that kind of pisses me off. Like I said, I'm fine with people going and protesting on the Capitol grounds. I mean, it's the people's house. But it's not the people's house to deface a historical building and tag a bunch of stupid stuff on the side of it, you know? Like, that's ridiculous. Because ultimately, it's our taxpayer dollars that are going to clean that shit up. And then it ruins the... Oh, I can't remember what the Capitol's built out of. I think it's like granite and stuff. Like all that stone. Like, it ruins that when they have to blast all that stuff off. Maybe it was the tunnel too, but I don't know exactly where it was. I don't think it was on the actual Capitol, but it was on, like... Exactly, you can protest without destroying things. It's kind of like when they were ripping down statues and shit, too. Back in 2020, they were physically ripping down statues and stuff. And I remember seeing something about they tried to rip down the statues at the Land Run Memorial south of downtown, south of Bricktown, back in 2020. Yeah, most of the graffiti it looked like was like anti-ICE stuff and stuff like that. Like I said, you can have your opinions on whatever you want to have them on, but don't destroy a building that our taxpayer dollars are going to have to go to fix, and also a building that has historical value. It's just stupid. All it does is make your side look childish, and people don't you just lose value in your argument. You lose validity in your argument when you destroy stuff.
13th and 1324.
It silences the people that... Exactly, it defeats the purpose of protesting. That's exactly what I was trying to say. It ruins the message. Yeah, like, that was my biggest problem with the 2020 protests when they started turning to riots.
It's going to be directly behind 20 Northwest 13.
Like, that was my biggest issue with it. I didn't have a problem with people protesting because they were pissed off at whatever they wanted to be pissed off about. Like, I understand that. Like, you have the right to protest as an American, and we're a unique country because of that. Because a lot of other countries, you don't have the right to protest the government and the things that they do. But you don't have the right to destroy other people's property, and you don't have the right to destroy other people's property or public property and assault people and all the other things that people were doing during the protests. You know.
Yeah, probably.
Engine 5. Respond to trash fire. at 20 Northwest 13th Street eastbound. Timeout 308.
Northwest 13th. We might run to that. We're like 5 minutes from that. We're gonna go check that out. It's just a trash fire. But you never know. We might show up and it's like catching the building on fire and there's flames blowing out of the windows because the dumpster or something. It's like right off of Broadway, I think. Kind of hoping we'll beat the fire department. And they're fast here. They pretty much show up with a line stretched.
Engine 14. Respond to CO detector or alarm. At 3718 North Portland Avenue. Timeout 309.
Pretty close to that. We're not very far from it. So if it's a good fire, it's probably not going to be news, but we'll get out on it if it's actually on fire. Especially if we beat the fire department. There's the fire department. We're going to be pulling up like right at the same time as them. Or not. They're going to beat us. Cop here. Alright, we're gonna get out on this.
What is the transient look?
Hang on, let me grab the camera.
Just kind of, the person was kind of far away, but it looked like a darker navy blue jacket on with a hood up. With tan pants on. They were walking south.
Looks like it might be like a transient camp or something. It looks like leaves or something. I don't know. Get in their way though. It's just like some leaves and stuff on fire. It's the most action I've had all night, so I can check it out. Yeah. I haven't had crap all night. Yeah. I'm hoping something good later. I won't make fun on Tuesday. Might not get anything good till Friday or Saturday. Well, what are your hours? So I work normally up my side till like 2 to 11. Yeah. And then I just go out and do like a live stream thing every now and then. Like Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Y'all see me out overnight, sometimes on the weekends and stuff. Yeah. Playing around, it's just something to keep me busy. Oh yeah, for sure. All trying one thing more exciting. Yeah. I was hoping it'd be like a dumpster pulley involved or something. Or find out there's a car back here or something. All right, man. Thank you. Yeah. You have a good night. All right. So this was nothing. It was just some leaves on fire. I'm guessing an officer spotted it. The fire department said it's nothing. So. Yeah, definitely appreciate what these guys do. Like I said, these guys are fast. They make quick work of that. They've definitely made some quick work of that. So. We definitely love all of our first responders, though. They do. These guys work hard. They do a good job. Hang on. Let me put camera away.
Yeah, 583 City. 583. 97, go and start making a rollback. It's going to be, car's going to get into the guardrail right here at the Stroud exit. What's clear? 318 hours. Okay. 203919 should be chucked off.
All right.
What's clear? 318
So yeah, no story. No story. It's just a pile of crap on fire, pile of leaves.
Engine 14. Respond to CO2. Engine 5. Respond to trash fire at 20 North.
Alright. I was just making sure we didn't have anything because I forgot to grab the radios.
Figure 98.
Love the medics for sure. Your dad was a volunteer firefighter for 24 years, Ronnie. Your dad was a firefighter medic for Houston for 10. Houston's a busy place, man. 10 years at Houston Fire Department, like, especially if you work in a really busy part of town, like those guys fight a lot of fire. Houston works their ass off. Like a 10-year career there is probably you're seeing as much stuff in Houston as somebody sees it like a small department in 20 years. You're seeing that in 10 years. You're probably seeing it double, if not maybe even triple the rate. And you're exposed to a lot too.
Go ahead. 87, 401, Southwestern.
I did like Houston though. Houston's a fun city to do news in because it's just so busy. You stay really busy shooting news in Houston.
Hello. Mr. Just pretty. Priority 88 drivers Meridian and I-40 off ramp.
I could tell that officer didn't want to be on camera. She like stepped out of the way.
Both of the drivers were passed out in the Burgundy Fordplex westbound at the light. So they're now reversing and getting back onto I-40.
At least they still got most of the lights on these buildings right now. They'll be up for probably till the end of the month. I don't know, maybe some of them leave them up year round, I don't remember. But yeah, Houston is a fun city to do news in. Yeah, Tim, I'm using the SDS 100.
14 public service.
That's what I use. I like it. It's a good radio. Works really well for these simulcast systems. Say one of the nice things about downtown Oklahoma City is we don't have a bunch of one-way streets here. Like a lot of streets in most other downtown of most big cities, it's a lot of freaking one-way streets. I hate that.
Oklahoma City, Young 583.
It's illegal to access encrypted, yeah.
Okay. You may advise OTA as well.
It is illegal to access encrypted now. Digital is not encrypted.
45 feet or so damaged.
And scanners can't decrypt. They decode digital,
It's going to be the
but they don't
exit.
decrypt. You can't defeat encryption. You could, but it would take like I think it's like 200 years or something to defeat the algorithm for like 10 seconds of audio on the standard that they use in most radio systems now, AES 256. But yeah, no, encrypted radios, you can't listen to that. Yeah, if you have a business license, you can do encrypted, but you can't decrypt. You have to have an encryption key and other things to do that. And to try to decrypt something that's encrypted is a crime. It's a federal crime. But I don't listen to anything that's encrypted. All this stuff is open to the public. Everything that we have on the scanners is all open to the public. Business radio, though, is just to two-way. To make a two-way radio system for your business.
Robert 534, City 10-7.
But yeah, you can't.
Robert 534.
You cannot
What's there?
decrypt something. If it's encrypted, it's encrypted for a reason. They don't want you to hear it. I mean, it has some uses. I think it should be illegal on dispatch channels, and I don't think fire departments should be allowed to encrypt. But I think like sensitive operations like SWAT channels and stuff like that, that they have a purpose to encrypt that. Like I can see where that should be illegal. But they use the lately they've been using the excuse that the FBI mandates it, and that's not true. The only thing that the FBI or the Department of Justice mandates that they don't broadcast is personal identifying information, like driver's license numbers, name, date of birth, that sort of thing, social security numbers, all that. Like all that stuff. But they could easily make a records channel for when they're doing records check. They just would rather blanket encrypt it because they don't care about transparency. Alan Turing could break it. Well, he's not breaking AES 256 because people have tried and tried and tried to. I mean, that's a military encryption standard. You're not defeating that. And people claim to do it, and all the ones that I've seen that claim to defeat it have zero proof that they're actually defeating it. But you're not, and I mean, there's older encryption standards too that people were able to defeat. But AES is pretty hard to defeat. Yeah, sometimes I'll listen to the railroad. They have repeaters, yeah, all over the place. They don't really use them a lot though. Some areas are a little bit busier than others with them, but most of them don't really use them, and all you can hear is the can't remember what they're called. They're a little device on the train that tells you like the wheel temperature and stuff like that. I can't remember what they're called though. Like it tells you the status of the wheel heat and all that. Lawmakers could possibly do something about it. I mean, it just depends on who you contact and how you justify it. I mean, Oklahoma doesn't really necessarily. Yeah, defect detector. That's right. Defect detector. Oklahoma doesn't really necessarily care too much about transparency I mean, we have transparency laws, but they always try to sidestep them and find ways around the Oklahoma Transparency Act. Government agencies do. So, I mean, you know, they're not too worried about us having access to the radios. They don't care.
60 alarm.
Model 1, 2025 Northwest 145 Camp.
Oklahoma City on 583, 1012. Go ahead.
Red state issue. I mean,
Class D, David.
not necessarily. I mean, there's other red states that are transparent.
Call 084-312-677.
Oh yeah, I'm denied access to records too. That they don't have an actual legal reasoning to. They claim things are sealed that are not sealed pretty regularly.
Yeah, that's
different, and it's not just like this.
Call, please.
It's all over the state.
What's there? Oh, 30 hours.
I mean, there's definitely red states that don't have encryption issues. And a lot of it also is, if you notice, most of the state is unencrypted. Like here in Oklahoma, most of the state's unencrypted, but here in the big cities, they encrypt everything. And the cities, most of the cities, look who runs the cities. It's not a red city. I mean, they like to... My theory is that a lot of the cities, the big cities, encrypt because they don't want the media to actually cover crime. Because then you only find out what they, really you only find out, well, yeah, the cities can afford it, but also they want to control the narrative. So they'll tell you when a shooting's going on, or a homicide, or a fire's going on, but you can't go cover all the other stuff, like robberies and, you know, just all the other stuff, like robberies and carjackings and all that stuff, because they can control the narrative. And then they're like, oh, well, you can open records request, you can ORR the radio, the police radio traffic. Well, how the hell am I supposed to find out that I need to even FOIA that? FOIA meaning Freedom of Information Act request. How do I know that I even need to request it when you don't publish a blotter? You refuse to publish a blotter. Even when we open records request a blotter, you deny that. And then you encrypt all your radios. And then you say, oh, we'll tell you about it on Twitter, and you don't tweet anything out. Happens all the time. And yeah, they use the excuse it's an officer safety issue. But they've never once provided an actual justification when it was an officer safety issue, when somebody was actually hurt. And most of your typical, like, tweaker criminals and stuff like that, they're not going to spend $700 on a radio to listen to the police. They're just not going to do that. Most of your car burglary suspects and armed robbery suspects, they're not running around with a $700 scanner. So it's not an officer safety issue. It's always some new excuse as soon as it's convenient for them. But it's also very convenient for them to come to the media and ask for help getting the word out about something, but then they want to hide 90% of the time. Like, it's, you know. Yeah, the apps are a problem too. The scanner apps are definitely a problem.
A local, non-arrestable.
Get a citizen patrol that follows the cops around. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do in a lot of these cities where there's encryption. You have to just kind of go sit around town and follow the cops, or if you see the cops, you have to show up and, you know, like Denver, for instance, like Denver encrypted both police and fire. So you can't even go follow the fire trucks around to the police calls because they encrypted the fire department. It's ridiculous. And you look at Denver, like we were talking about the other night, Denver is very high in crime. It's turned into a shithole city, even though it's a beautiful city in a state with a lot of nature. But the people that run the city, it's more convenient for them to run the city into the ground and never have to be held accountable for it and just hide behind encryption. Which encryption? For Denver? Denver was in 2020, I know. Roughly around then. But a lot of police departments, yeah, they started encrypting because of the protests and stuff. Because people were following cops around and harassing them and shit. And a bunch of the First Amendment auditors and stuff were following the cops around and pissing them off. Getting in the way, doing stupid shit. Yeah, it's a little bit of cloud cover. It's probably coming with the cold front. I don't think the front's hit here yet. I don't know who Eric Brandt is. Is he the guy that yells a lot?
Oklahoma City, Young 583.
How's it going, Lisa? Good to see you in the chat this morning. Hope you're having a good morning so far. I know there was a guy in San Antonio that pissed off all the cops too, Texas Sheepdog. And he used to go and yell at the cops and shit, and he pissed them all off to the point where they encrypted all the radios there too. And San Antonio, for the longest time, was a department that was very transparent with the media. How's it going, Cindy? Good to see you as well. But San Antonio was super. Yeah, Denver. Yeah, and I think he's a big reason why they did it, because I think they left the fire dispatch open, because the fire dispatch was open on a VHF channel for a while after they encrypted it on the new trunk system. And then I think they were still having problems with them, so they just shut all the radios access out, and now the media can't hear shit. Yeah, Texas Sheepdog, yeah, he pissed off all the cops in San Antonio and ruined that for everybody too. Because like I said, San Antonio was very... When I worked in that market, they were very transparent with the media.
Right.
They were very fair with the citizens. They gave us very good access. Like, it was very rare that the cops ever tried to restrict my access to a scene in San Antonio. I've had more problems here in Oklahoma City, which I've had few here, but I've had more issues here than I had in San Antonio. Like San Antonio, like I could stand right at the tape of a crime scene and there's no problem. In most of the other cities, they want you back even further than the tape. Yeah, they go too far sometimes. And they fuck with the cops that are actually doing their job the right way. They don't go after... It's funny, they never harass the ones that are doing their job that are the wrong ones.
Engine 31. Respond to trash fire. At West I-40 Highway eastbound and South Meridian Avenue northbound. Time out. 3:38.
Like, it's never the cops that are actually out violating people's rights or that have malicious intent. that they harass. It's always the ones that are out there doing the right thing that they screw with. Like, I saw it a lot in San Antonio. Like, there were like sergeants and lieutenants and stuff that were super cool. They would sit there and BS with the media at a scene and give us fantastic information, like way more information than I've gotten in any other city.
232 takes back.
And then they piss everybody off, so it's a problem.
Yeah, I photo she could put me on this. Nothing even check back anything on this.
It's back to Tatiana Barnes at 1418 North Midwest Boulevard, Apartment E.
Yeah, exactly, Shane. They're just rage baiting, basically.
46, you better forget.
He put that in the photos.
And like I said, I'm
It's in there.
all for holding public officials accountable. Like, taxpayer dollars shouldn't be wasted. But there's a difference between harassing somebody and holding them accountable. Hold people accountable when they're doing the wrong thing, but don't try to agitate them and cause a response. You know what I mean?
No one is, or Acre 114, I'll show you the map.
Hang on, I gotta find out where this is.
Traffic trouble, Northwest 23rd and Western Place. There is a car on the road blocking traffic to the westbound lane.
It's a car on the road.
544. Respond to trash fire. At S-940 Highway eastbound and South Meridian Avenue northbound. Timeout 341.
Yeah, they're not as popular as they used to be. I still remember there was a lady in Fort Worth, Texas, that there was a DUI crash.
I also need a time and number 481.
There was a DUI crash that involved somebody being critically injured, and they were doing the roadside tests on somebody, and this auditor showed up to the scene and was harassing the cops, getting in the way and distracting the person that they were giving the field sobriety test to. They were distracting that person, and basically there was an issue where they were distracted to the point where if they failed the test and it went to court, they were worried that the case could get thrown out. And they had a person that was seriously injured by a drunk driver, and this First Amendment auditor showed up. And
16 North Midwest Boulevard, Apartment H, Henry.
They never asked her to leave, but they asked her to step back so that she wouldn't cause a disturbance with the driver that they were giving the test to. And she refused to get back, and she got thrown to the ground, and it was a big mess. Big old mess. The cops were heavily scrutinized for it. It was just stupid. And then she tried to sue the department, and she lost. And the officer the cop that took her to the ground ended up, they fired him originally without cause, essentially. They fired him. They fired him without cause, and then even though the internal affairs of that department cleared him of any wrongdoing, they said he did not violate any policies, he did not violate any laws. And they fired him anyways, and then he ended up getting reinstated. And they had to pay him a lot of money in back pay.
10 forward,
All because some stupid auditor. And what's funny about that is that happened, but she still showed up and that department's encrypted.
It turns back to a Robert Wendell out of freaking bathroom, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah,
a
she...
silver Honda.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that she had it coming. I wouldn't say that, but she bought the ticket. You know what I mean? She bought her ticket, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think anybody deserves to get their ass beat by the cops or get thrown on the ground or anything like that. But if you are harassing the police, they ask you to back up, you're interfering with an investigation, and then you resist them. You resist the police, like, what other... There's actions for consequences. Actions have consequences. People don't want to accept that. And a lot of these auditors think they're above the law. And a bunch of them are attorneys that have never even had a bar license. They go to law school, so they act like they know the law. I don't know if that would have put the officer's life in danger. They were in a parking lot, but it could have absolutely screwed up their investigation. Again, if like all the guy had to do was claim that he was distracted because of her during his field sobriety test, and he's, you know, off the hook. In court, he could find a reason that he didn't do it, and if that person dies, now they have a victim that didn't get justice. And most of those people, like those auditors, they don't care until it's their own family member. And then they're asking the cops why they didn't do more to stop a drunk driver or something like that. It's stupid. But I've seen enough fatal crashes from drunk drivers to where
10,000.
I'm all
Southeast
for
15th, back door.
I'm all for drunk drivers getting arrested. I've seen enough fatal drunk driver. I've seen drunk drivers ruin too many lives, too many people's lives, to excuse it. For me to feel like it's something that can be excused. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but most of the time before they do those tests, from what I've seen, because I filmed a lot of the field sobriety tests for the news, typically they pat them down. They don't typically, I mean, if they're getting to the point where they're doing field sobriety tests, the police have already detained them. So they're typically patting somebody down. Because once you're detained, they can pat you down for weapons. You don't have to be... A lot of people think that you have to be placed under arrest for the cops to pat you down. That is not true. There's case law that supports them doing that.
Go.
Alright, we've got about 10 more minutes, 12 more minutes. We got about 10 or 12 more minutes. Terry search, yeah. Terry versus Ohio is the case law. Terry stop, Terry, yeah.
We will respond within a long in case of getting it goes off constantly. Can we get a premise on?
I have not personally seen any ICE activity here. I know that it happens because some of the people I work for or work with, some of the people who I work with have covered ICE activity.
Lights. Why they have range closes out. Color came out and just record from this car.
Yeah, and I mean, usually before they place somebody, I mean, typically, like I said, typically when I've seen the cops do a field sobriety test, they pat them down, and then if they fail the test and they're placing them under arrest, they'll search them again before they. Typically, they'll search the person again before they place them in a police car, just to make sure they don't have a weapon or any kind of like contraband or anything. They'll do a more thorough search. Because remember, if you ever get arrested and you have drugs or weapons on you, and you take that into you don't declare that to the police, and you take that into a jail facility, that's an additional felony.
Clear. 50 hours.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, they've just been picking a lot of people up. So yeah, anybody out there, if you ever get arrested, hopefully not, but just remember, if they find something on you at a jail, it's another charge. As I was saying though, probably about 4 o'clock we'll shut it down for the night. It's been very, very slow. We ran on a few things tonight. I guess it's just a slow Tuesday. But Friday night and Saturday night should be busy again.
Clear. You and me hold traffic on 1 or 2?
I just, I won't be able to be out definitely as late on, I won't be able to be out as late on Friday night and Saturday night this week because I have to.
Engine 15. Respond to personal assistance.
I have to work
call.
Saturday and Sunday.
25, North Pennsylvania Avenue.
So again, the Saturday night stream will be a little bit late going on. It's not going to be an early stream because I have to work. I have the day off on Friday though, so there's a possibility that I go out Thursday night and then early Friday night. But again, I can't be out too late. Yeah, I'll definitely be sure to dress warm. But yeah, unfortunately can't be out too late. We'll be back to normal schedule again next week, but I'm on call this week, and being on call, if people are on vacation, I have to work.
Douglas Boulevard from the apartment complex.
And we-
There's someone shooting in the area. I know where it was coming from, about 20 shots.
And we had some people that are on vacation this week.
Callers so far?
Like 127 clear.
Take back.
Louisiana will be in the 30s on Friday. Good gosh, that's cold for there. Y'all are definitely not built for that down in Louisiana. I'm just surprised we haven't had really any 14-degree nights here all that much. Last year we had a lot more cold nights.
RP is in apartment 202. She's property manager. She wants contact also.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in the 20s this weekend. Like low 20s, I think, a couple of nights. I'm certainly not looking forward to it.
104, hopefully the key holder for this alarm. She's in Houston. If you're having trouble with her alarm, she's gonna figure it out in the morning.
Yeah, it's definitely been very mild winter. It's been a weird year. Like last year, I feel like was a lot colder. Like a little bit harsher of a winter. I don't know, maybe that'll mean it's a milder spring. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully it's a more mild spring and we get some tornadoes this year.
23, go ahead.
This tornado season kind of sucked this last year. Yep, we got, the last time it snowed here, it didn't even go close to sticking in the city, and then but like McLean County, like Purcell area, Lindsay, like all those areas, like it stuck. Like south, more in point south, it stuck.
Squad 9. Respond to a known incident type. At 9111 South Portland Avenue. Timeout. 3:55.
Did it stick anywhere else? Oh, it's been mild in Ohio? I thought y'all had got a bunch of... I thought y'all had a couple of good storms. A friend of mine lives in Indiana, and he got a few good snowstorms this year. And he's a first responder, so he had to work and all that. He said he had to work a lot of wrecks. I can't believe it, it's so dead. I just feel like there used to be always something on the radio. Maybe it's just because like most of the other cities are encrypted now. Like Mustang police is encrypted, Yukon police, Bethany police, War Acres, they're all encrypted. Oh, Southern Ohio, yeah. So it's a little bit, yeah, more south. So yeah, y'all just barely lucked out. Which is crazy, because like when I think of Ohio, I think of snow. Been to Indianapolis once in the winter, and it snowed and iced and was like -4, I think, the night that so a buddy of mine used to work at a station in Indianapolis. All right, Christy, have a good night. See you maybe Friday night, maybe Thursday night, we'll see, but for sure Friday and Saturday. A buddy of mine used to work in Indianapolis, and he worked at a TV station there, so I went up there and I rode out with him for a night. And not shots fired. Went out there and rode out with him, and it was like -4 degrees that night. It was like ice on the ground, snow on the ground. It sucked. It was so cold there. And the fire hydrant even froze up on a house fire. They had to thaw it out with a blowtorch. Apparently that's like standard operating in Indiana.
Oklahoma City, Young, 745, 1090.
We're in route ETA 10 minutes in a white Dodge.
Yeah.
White,
When I worked in Tulsa, they had that happen too quite a bit. The hydrants would just freeze over. They'd have to get the blowtorch off the truck and start thawing out the hydrant.
She's staying in the Dale area.
Your sister's an EMT.
Adam 925, 1090.
Your sister's a dispatcher for EMT in Indianapolis. They're definitely busy there. That's a busy city. A lot of crime in Indianapolis. No shortage of it, that's for sure. Yeah, they definitely stay busy. Their police are busy, fire department's busy. They get a lot of fires there. It's a very violent city. I personally would never want to live in Indianapolis. It's a violent city, and they let the criminals run the system there. All right, guys, it is just turned 4 o'clock here, and we just rolled over 3-hour mark. It's been very slow tonight. Been very, very slow tonight. We went on 3 stories the whole night. We ran to a shooting that was nothing at the beginning of the night. Nobody hit. It really wasn't much to it. The police were already leaving when we got there, and hung out here at the spot for a little bit. Went and checked out a crash that was minor injuries. Guy popped the curb, it looked like, and might have had too much to drink, I don't know. Might have been no alcohol played a role. He might have just been a bad driver. And then we came back again, sat here and chatted. And then we went to the little trash fire over there off of Broadway. Wasn't very much to it, just some leaves on fire, and they didn't seem too concerned about it. Wasn't too close to a building. Nobody was hurt, anything like that. Nobody even around. This is probably just somebody either dropped a cigarette in the dry leaves or lit them on fire for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, so slow night tonight. We will be back again for sure Friday night, Saturday night. So stay tuned for that. But make sure you hit that notification bell as well. Or first of all, hit that like button. If you're still watching and you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Again, that's just a free way you can help to support the channel here, especially if you enjoy this live stream. Hit that like button, and other people will be able to find it. And again, hopefully we can grow this community and make the chat even more fun than it already is. And again, make sure to hit that notification bell. There's a possibility we may go live Thursday night, early Friday morning, since I'm off on Friday. And then Friday night, probably going to start early since I'm off. And then don't know how late we're going to actually go Friday, since I'm on call. And if I get called out again, I don't necessarily want to be doing that on like a couple hours of sleep. So same thing Saturday, but again, we'll be back to regular schedule where I can be out later on Friday and Saturday next week. But I think that's going to do it for tonight, guys. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out here in the chat tonight and trying to get some news. It was slow tonight, but Friday night and Saturday night will probably be busy, especially with the holiday weekend coming up. So you have a good night, Tara. Thank you. I appreciate you joining tonight. Ronnie, I can't figure out how to say your name. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I could come out. And hopefully you can join us again next time as well. Marsha, thank you for being in the chat tonight as well. And everybody else who hung out in the chat tonight. Shane, Tim, Cat 5, Lisa, you guys hung around tonight. You guys are troopers for sure. Sticking it out late tonight. Definitely had a good time, guys. And yeah, hope to see you guys all back here again very, very soon here on the channel. Ronnie, okay. Got you. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry for mispronouncing it before that. Absolutely, Marsha. Thank you so much. It's always a good time talking to you guys here in the chat. Like I said, I had a lot of fun. As always, you guys are awesome. And can't wait to talk to you guys here again soon. Again, maybe Thursday night, but for sure Friday, Saturday. And again, maybe another Sunday night because we have a holiday weekend. So might be a little bit more streams than usual with the holiday weekend this weekend for MLK Day. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll try to make a post if I remember to. Absolutely, definitely a nice group for sure. I definitely enjoy it. You guys make it a lot of fun to do this, even on the slow nights. So I definitely appreciate it. And like I said, have a good time talking to you guys in the chat. And Hensley too, SC. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you hanging out. And like I said, hope you guys had a great time tonight. I know I did. And that's all that matters. We might have gone home empty-handed, but we had a good time doing it. So I will see you guys all again for sure Friday night, Saturday night, maybe Thursday night, and maybe Sunday night. So maybe might have a few busy nights of streaming here coming up. So I'm going to go home and get rested up. And I'll see you guys all next time. Everybody have a great night. Be safe. And talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Have a good night.